Windsor Castle is the largest and oldest occupied castle in the world. So in this video, I'm going to give you a few practical tips to help prepare for your visit to Windsor Castle based on my visit to Windsor coming right up. Hey everyone, I'm Antoinette and welcome back to my channel. At Frolic and Courage, I believe that when you have the practical tips, tools, and resources, it gives you the freedom to get excited about your trip to Frolic, have the courage to book the tickets, and take action and go and see and do amazing things. So if you're interested in taking a day trip to Windsor from London, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, click subscribe to my channel, and let's get into the video. So what is Windsor Castle? Why should I go there? Who lives there now? What is the deal with Windsor Castle? So Windsor Castle was built by William the Conqueror in, get this, 1086. So long ago. And in the late 12th century, Henry II converted it from a castle to a palace. It is now the weekend home of Queen Elizabeth II and is owned by the Royal Collection Trust, which is her charity. It is a massive property and contains official staterooms, apartments, St. George's Cathedral, which is where Harry and Meghan got married. Woohoo! Windsor Castle is located in Windsor, England, which is about 25 miles or about an hour drive from the city center of London, so it's totally doable as a day trip. So if you want to take a day trip to Windsor from London, you have a couple of different options. You can drive there, but note that because it's a royal residence, you can't just park up in the front, y'all, okay? You're gonna have to find parking somewhere in Windsor and then walk to the castle. The next option is to take the train. You could take the Great Western Railway train, or the GWR, from Paddington Station to one of two different stops. The first station is Windsor and Eton Central, and the next station is Windsor and Eton Riverside. Tickets are about £11 one way. It takes about 45 minutes, and from the stop, you can walk about 10 minutes to get to the castle. And if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that I actually took a combo tour, which you can take to get to Windsor as well, where we stopped by Stonehenge, the Roman baths in Bath, England, and we ended our trip in Windsor before being taken back to London. It was a small group tour. You could take a small group or a large group, and transportation was covered. We just had to sit back, let our guide give us some commentary along the way, and it drops us off at those sites, and we have time to explore, get admission to those areas, and have a great time. And I'll put the links for Windsor Castle and the tour that I took all down in the description below. Once you've decided that you want to go to Windsor Castle, how much does it cost exactly? How much is this castle gonna set me back? Well, you first need to know that the castle is open year-round, which, yay, that's a cool thing. But because it is an official, working, active castle, there are state functions that still need to go on. So even though it's open every day, you never know when it can close, but you can check the website for all those planned closures in advance. With that being said, ticket prices. Adults are about £22.50. Kids ages 5 to 17 are about £13, and kids under 5 are completely free. You can also get a family discount for 2 adults and up to 3 kids on the website, which is going to be linked down below. And also you can take part of a tour like I did. It's going to be a bit more expensive, maybe around £100 or so, to go see all 3 sites. So those are your options. You can buy online in advance, which I highly recommend, or take a tour like I did. You also need to know, as far as ticket prices are concerned, that the 1-year pass is still active and valid. If you don't know about the 1-year pass, I'll put the link down below, but in summary, it is where you visit one of the Royal Collection Trust sites, and if you decide to treat your ticket purchase as a donation, you can visit the site again for free anytime within the next year once you collect a stamp. I did a whole video on my Royal Day Out experience where I went a little bit in depth about how you do that. If you want to check that out, check the card above, or it'll be in the description down below as well. So now that you know where Windsor is located, a little bit about the history of the castle, what the admission prices are, now let's get into some tips to help prepare for your visit. The castle is generally open every day from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. But again, like I said, because it is an active castle, there may be state functions, so check online in advance if you can for any closure. St. George's Chapel is closed on Sundays because they're offering services, so try to plan your visit on a date that's not a Sunday. They are timed entry tickets and security is tight, y'all. Because it is an active castle, you'll have guards that are friendly and well dressed with rifles, so don't be alarmed if you see them. But just note that it is an active castle and security is tight. You will have to go through airport-like security to gain admission. But once you gain admission, also know that you're going to have to walk, so wear comfortable shoes. You're going to walk up hills, you're going to walk downhill, inclines and declines. So wear your walking shoes to get around the castle. Photography is allowed anywhere on the grounds and the outside of the castle, but you cannot take photographs inside. Once you are inside, there are audio guides available that will give you more insight into what you're seeing as far as the staterooms are concerned. They'll give you information on the fire that happened and about the restoration process. They are very, very helpful tips, and it's really valuable. So pick one of those up. But also know that those things can kind of time out on you. It almost looks like they kind of die, but they don't. They just kind of go to sleep. Make sure you keep pressing the buttons to keep it active and engaged while you're there. The castle also puts on special events like band concerts. They might do like a fake crown making for kids, or a number of different special exhibits like a wedding exhibit. Note that these events can either be free or come at a special cost above the price of admission. Once you're done with the castle and St. George's Cathedral, the town of Windsor is open to you. Once you walk out of the grounds, there's a cute town with a bunch of shops and cafes. It is so cute. It's worth a stroll to check out while you're there. So after the visit to Windsor, I got on the small group tour bus and I was taken back to London. And if you're interested in taking other day trips like to Stonehenge or to Bath, check out my videos that I did on those topics. They'll be linked down below. In the meantime, if you want to check out my Planning a Trip to London playlist where I talk about things to do in London, as well as how to get around on a budget and a bunch of other special activities, go ahead and check that Planning a Trip to London playlist out at the end of this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. And like I always like to say, now that you know more about visiting Windsor, get excited about your trip. Frolic, have the courage to go visit and go have an amazing time. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye!